Do you feel tired all the time? Are you a leader that has people constantly wanting a piece of you and you're not feeling that well at the end of the day? Well, stick with me, because this week I want to give you the benefit of my own experience and what I've learnt to be able to help you to have all the energy that you need to be who you need to be in every area of your life. Hi, this is Grant Herbert, VUCA Leadership and Sustainable Performance Coach, and today I want to continue our conversation in the area of people leadership by helping you to understand a new definition of resilience. So last week we started looking at people leadership. We'd already been through the personal leadership and professional leadership skills, and we looked at how we as a leader need to change in the age of AI. I talked about three particular areas that I focus on, and they are resilience, relationships, and results. So this week, we're going to take resilience and we're going to go deeper. We're going to get an understanding of what resilience is and what it isn't. And we're going to also look at your stress. So this transformation that we're going on in our resilience is to go from being stressed to being strong. However, as we do this, what we're going to do is look at it differently. Because I know that you can navigate change, you can bounce back from adversity just by learning some skills and strategies of resilience. Unfortunately, you and I have toxic conditioning that we're still working through in our identity. Low emotional intelligence, that means that we're not able to navigate our emotions in a healthy way all the time. You might have a fear of change, and these things might leave you feeling vulnerable. Well, what I want to do is help you to get to a place of self-approval, shift your perspective on some of these things, and be more agile so that you can actually bounce forward when things happen. So it's not about grinding, that hustle and grind mentality of just work longer hours and get more done and don't worry about sleep and all those sort of things, which is really damaging to your health. It's about shifting to growing and incrementally looking at things that you can do differently so that you've got the energy that you need. And when things happen, because they will, you're able to continue in a healthy way. So the first thing I want to do is help you to redefine resilience. Because resilience is not all about toughening up and hardening up and eating a cup of concrete and, just being stoic and being superhuman and never showing any fear. It's not that at all. And in fact, some of that teaching and mentoring that you're getting is actually harmful to your health. And it's also counterintuitive, because when we're not in a state of resilience and we're not feeling healthy and have that brain-body balance that we need, we don't have the ability to bring out our best. But what resilience is, it's embracing uncertainty. It's about adapting through change, and it's about asking for help. So resilience is perseverance in the face of setbacks. Now, there's 4 types of resilience that we need to consider. And I just want to introduce you to them so that you can think about where you might be able to make some adjustments in your habits and the way that you're doing things now. So the 4 areas are physical, which is obviously about our physical body and how we're looking after that. Then we've got emotional resilience, and that is being able to navigate our emotions in a certain way so that It doesn't sap energy. I know that emotional drain can really make you feel overwhelmed, not able to go on and continue to do what you need to do as a leader. The third area is really important as well, and that's mental resilience. It's the ability to be able to have a strong mind, to be able to see things clearly even when you're in adversity, to have a really good self-talk, to have a perspective on things that's healthy, have a growth mindset. And then the fourth area of resilience is social resilience. This is the resilience that you and I need to work with other people. It's also the ability to be able to work through situations that are going on in the world without that depleting you and holding you back. So resilience is not about hardening up. It's about asking for help. It's about setting yourself up in a way that means that you're sustainable. We talked about in our professional leadership, our performance. We talked about going from that high performance mentality to a mentality of sustainable performance, doing things differently. Now, as a leader, you are able to develop this resilience for yourself, and you're able to control the environment within your organization, within your team, and bring others along on that same journey. So please talk to your team about these things. Be vulnerable, be open, and tell them what it is that you're doing. And together, you'll have a collective resilience where it's okay to ask for help. Everyone feels empowered to do that. And then you'll be able to persevere as changes come, as difficulties continue to arise, and you'll be ready to be able to lead yourself and your team through them. So the second area we need to talk about is stress. Now, there's a couple of types of stress that we need to understand, and the first one is eustress, eustress. That's the type of stress that we need to actually be able to get anything done. This is good stress. This is stress that feels exciting. It helps to elevate you and motivate you. It focuses your energy, improves your performance. It has only short-term effects, and it feels manageable and in control. So it's not about getting rid of stress altogether. It's about making sure that there's a healthy stress. Because on the other end of the equation is distress. And distress doesn't feel good. And it doesn't feel manageable. And it overwhelms you. And it has not only short-term but long-term effects as well. And you feel like it's beyond your control. So what we want to do here is have a healthy balance between that good stress and the distress. And this is why resilience and stress together can help you, because one of the big things that you need to do is ask for help. Get others involved in what it is that needs to be changed, or what are the things that are creating that stress in your environment. So what are the things that stress you? Identify them, look at them, and see how you could do things differently. That stress response that we have, where we have chemicals and hormones within our body that are released to be able to help us in that fight or flight situation. Unfortunately, in today's VUCA world, they're pumping through the bloodstream all the time, and that has effects on your health. I know. I had a major issue with cortisol where it was totally depleted, and I was in stage 3 adrenal fatigue, and I had a complete breakdown. So these things are really, really important. So resilience and managing your stress is important to your people leadership, so that you have the energy and sustainability that you need so that you can take other people on the journey with you. It's also so that you can teach, encourage, and foster an environment of these things within your team as well. There are 7 critical ingredients that I like to make sure that every individual has for themselves and in their team. The first one's clarity, being able to clearly understand what's going on and have that certainty of where you're going. Confidence in yourself, but also in the others that you're working with. Element of control in your emotional responses and your behavior. Another one is calm, making sure that there is some time in your day when you're calm. Creativity allows you to see things beyond where they are now. Connection with others. And I don't just mean at work, I mean outside of work. Just being able to have other human beings that you can talk to, that you can interact with. And care. And this is a big one. When I talk about care here, I'm talking about self-care. I'm talking about fitting your mask before assisting other people. So there's things that we need to look at and make sure that we're doing differently so that we can feel empowered, resilient, and less stressed. Resilience is important, as I've said, and we need to redefine how we look at it. If you're in an environment where people look down on people because they're talking about how they're feeling and they're asking for help, then that's a culture that needs to change. Asking for help as a leader is a strength. Being vulnerable is a strength. And leading others to do the same means that you'll have that element of psychological and physical safety that you need within your organization to be on the top of the market, to get the results that you want. Well, that's it from me for another week. Join me again next week as we look at the second area in this people leadership, and that is relationships. I'll see you then.